That's how Wendy Williams do it. I want to share this with. This might kind of rub some people wrong, but I want to share this with my single ladies in particular. Um, I'm gonna wait to see who comes on, and y'all make sure when y'all see this video, y'all pass it around to your friends. Is this thing freezing? Okay. I want to talk to the single ladies in particular, those that finding it hard to, in many cases, make the relationships work. And they're kind of going around. I hear a lot of women point fingers at me. You know, the man did it, the man did it, the man did it, you know, and it's never self, you know. And in many cases, it's not you, and it's not your man either, it's your friends. Um, from a stylist perspective, I've gotten the opportunity to speak with a lot of women, especially deal with the psychology of women and the relationships between their friends. And hey, Christy, what's up, Christy? Um, the relationships that they have between a lot of their friends, and I find that in a lot of relationships, it's not couples that break each other up, but it's actually their friends and the outside influences that break up couples up. It's a lot of people that's not together, that's meant to be together, you know. And it's due to the relationships that a lot of women share with their friends, the girl bonding, the girl thing. Um, Personally, me as a man, me as a single man, you know, when I look and I see a woman and, you know, she's got a group of friends and girls day out, girls night out, and girls, and, you know, I look around and she's like, yes, it's 8 of us. It's 8 of y'all that hang all the time. Yeah, I personally run the other way because that's a mess to me. You know, it's a mess to me. And from a man's perspective, I'm gonna try to make this camera stop moving. From a man's perspective, um, it's like this. The way I explain to women, I'm like, I explain to women, if you met a guy and he's always with his friends. What's up, Carrick? He's always with his friends. Uh, he's always basically saying, you know, I want to share my relationship with the boys. I'm hanging with the boys. Every time you look up, I'm with the boys getting advice. And I'm talking about too, talking in particular to you ladies that just got a group of angry friends that y'all hang around. That's interfering with you. What up, man? Uh, with you having the ability to move on, you know, more than anything. Um, wouldn't be attractive. And a lot of times you women don't play fair with us men because uh, you don't just come into the relationship with yourself. You bring a lot of your toxic friends. I'll give you a reference, something to reference to. I've seen many cases where women will say, well, I let my friends borrow my shoes, and my shoes come up scuffed up, you know. Um, they'll ask for advice from their friends, their boyfriends, their husbands. You know, no man is ever good enough. You know, a lot of women have sat and consulted with their friends and said, well, you know, these are some of my goals, these are some of my dreams. You know, how do I look in this dress? And y'all never pay attention that your friend is always telling you nothing is ever good enough. But she failed to tell you that she's never good enough. And in many cases in relationships, a lot of you women have friends just as well as family members that you're consulting with, and they're giving you horrible advices. They're giving you horrible advice, and all they're doing is basically encouraging you to stay single. To stay single with them, to be with them. It's like, okay, well, I don't like your guy. Come hang with us. We're still single, and it's very toxic. And it's just real simple. The way I explain to women all the time, it's like, look, really, if you had a guy, I mean, I'm in my 40s, but that's just to the younger. I know women, y'all want us to grow up. Y'all want us to grow up, get past the video games, get past hanging with the boys and drinking beer and just being turds, just being big turds. Um, that's important because that's a sign of maturity as a man. That's a sign of, even the Bible tells us, when I was a child, I did childish things, but, now that I'm grown, I'm on my grown man thizzle. And so, a lot of you women aren't giving men, just a chance. And you're not giving men a chance because you're bringing, uh, I know, Veronica, you're awesome, Veronica. And there are still women that do have great friends. And I'm just talking about the ones that's not really like, evaluating some of their relationships with their friends, because it's a lot of single mothers, that's trying to do their best, and more than anything, a lot of y'all women need the help. Y'all need the support. There's a lot of men it's a lot of good men, and especially black men in particular. It's a lot of really, really good guys. I've met a lot of guys. I know a lot of guys from being a barber, but you know, just I move around a lot. So it's a lot of really, really good guys. It's a lot of single guys out there. And a lot of time as men, we don't say nothing. I'm the type of person, this is me personally. I'm not gonna, I can meet a young lady, think she's beautiful, but, you know, I'm gonna evaluate her friends, more than anything. And if it's a situation to where I can evaluate and see that she has toxic friends, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna put myself in a situation. I'm not gonna put myself in a situation. So um, it's okay for a man to play video games. Just don't let them take up all your free time where there's no time for spouse or family. Veronica, you're absolutely right. Me personally, I'm not a video game person, but one thing I have learned about video games is it's cheap. It's cheap, and it keeps you out of trouble. Keep a lot of us men out of trouble. Video games are very safe. Believe it or not, ladies, just like Veronica said, video games are very safe for you ladies because you don't have to worry about where your man at. He's sitting right there. So, um, but it's kind of hard to say because it's one of those things as a man that it's a fine line where it goes, well, you're breaking up friendships. You're saying something that may be breaking up the friendship, but I'm not necessarily saying, get rid of your friends, but stop getting rid of your man. Stop getting rid of these guys that are like these really good guys that are genuinely interested in you based off of your friends' approval, based off of their say so.